So this is the machine, the horse. There won't be any normality any soon. Dogs don't like motorcycles. Oh, the horse. Surfing championships. Surfing champion. Welcome to brand new channel, Trails of Living. So a little story about the channel, or what we intend to do in the near future. I started with a 125, which I recommend everyone doing, starting with a lower cc bike and then gradually upgrading. That's what I did. So my first bike was Keeway Superlight 125cc. If you don't know the model, well, it's a Chinese brand, and the model is like a chopper style motorcycle. But I had it for 6 months, but it was actually very good bike to start riding and learning. Then I decided to get my license, and I upgraded to Honda, my first Honda NC750X. Actually a very good bike, very versatile. You can do everything, pretty much everything with it. But there's only 55 horsepower, so when after some time you feel like you want a little bit more. So this is my bike now, actually my dream bike for so much time, and I am glad I have it now for 6 months, and I'm glad that I made it to get it. Okay, I'll just go. So, this is the Honda Africa Twin 2018 model. It's a great bike. I recommend everyone that likes this type of bikes to get this type of bike. It's great. About the YouTube channel, I felt over the last few years, everything I know about motorcycles, I can say that I learned from a lot of people, other motovloggers, some in Portugal, which is the country I'm right now, in my home country, and some others across the world. So I felt that eventually I could also share my trips and my rides with you guys, bring a little bit of my experiences and my not so vast knowledge, but some knowledge that maybe is worth sharing with you, and have you maybe spend some time watching my videos. On this channel, not only I'm gonna be talking about motorcycle, most of the time I'll be obviously riding. That's why you guys want to see, why you watch this type of channels, is to see people riding motorcycles. But I will also share with you a lot of other experiences. I'm also interested in photography and videography, so maybe it's worth having some discuss about those topics as well here on the channel. So here in Portugal, we just came out of the emergency state. Let's be honest and say that nothing is yet under control. So now we have the calamity state, a little bit less restrictions. No one, there's no confinement anymore, except as a citizen duty to be able to, you should stay at home instead of going out. But well, it's not so strict as it used to be for the last 1.5 months. You can see some people on the streets, but most of the people, there are some exceptions, but most of the people are now wearing masks and they are much more aware of what's going on. I have been stuck at home for 60 days, so actually this the first time, or one of the first times, I'm getting on the bike, making it short. I'm not gonna go for a long trip, but actually I'm going here to a very nice place that I know, nearby to where I live, and hope you guys enjoy. Well, I think after this nightmare, I think the world will be a different place. A lot of adjustments will have to be made. There's a nice little beach over here. Let's go. So you say that the Africa Twin, most of the people, they say, okay, it doesn't have enough power. Well, if you compare to Ducati Multistrada, or if you compare to KTM 1290 Super Adventure, and even the GS 1250, it's a little bit underpowered, but it's plenty, it's enough for me, for the use and for the skills I have. I would say it's more than enough. So the place we're about to visit, and we are about 5 kilometers to go, it's called Ericeira. Ericeira started a long time ago, since always as a relatively small fishing community, which then obviously developed, and is now considered to be one of the surf capitals in Europe. In Portugal is one of the most famous places for surfing. And the historic center, so the city center is very nice. So the architecture is typical from this area. We are just west from Lisbon, so this is called the West region, so it's like northwest from Lisbon, around 35 kilometers. Here you'll see there's like a surf school and surf shop. There is also a lot of tourism infrastructure. Here you have some nice bungalows with sea view. The sea is just here on the right. You have this very long promenade just by the sea, and normally you see always a lot of people doing sports, riding bikes and so on. The weather today is not that great, but we have 21 degrees, so it's good enough to go outside and go for a walk, as long as obviously you don't, in this stage, you don't get too close to anyone else. The purpose of my channel is, if I inspire you to, first I want to inspire you to get on your bikes and get out. It's not the best time to do it, but when things get back to normal, or as normal as it will get, because there won't be any normality any soon. But I want to inspire you guys to get on your bikes and ride. Obrigado. So as you can see here, the city center is very picturesque. It's very pleasant. You see the paints on the way these houses are painted is the traditional way of this region. Here you have a small fort or castle, if you prefer. So here is one of the beaches present here in Ericeira. I'll just quickly stop here. There you go. This shouldn't really be happening. A lot of people without any protection gathering in groups. But you know, in the end, as I'm sure if you're watching me from other places on Earth, I am sure that you guys feel already the effects of a lockdown. You know, so they say that, you know, like the worst for the mental health of the citizen will be from now, because, you know, when it was the lockdown, everybody was involved, was on the same page. You know, you could everybody knew, okay, we have to be stuck at home for the health of everybody. And you know, it was tough, but everybody accepted it. Now that you start going on the streets and you don't realize, or you realize that a lot of services will miss, or many of them will be gone, that's when things start to get depressing. And that's where they expect a lot of people start to have problems. So there's the city center over there. We're just there. There's a nice house over here, you can see. Dream house for many. And you can see the coastline over there. It's very nice in here. So this is the machine, the horse that I ride. So not all the motorcycles you can do the same. Go everywhere you want. But this type of motorcycles, yes, you can. You can go everywhere, places that many people were not able to go in their lifetime. Yo! So you see there some surfers, I hope you can see. Here is already the edge of the city. That's a small river crossing there, and here is like the delta. There's a nice beach over here, some restaurants over there, all closed. Okay, let's move. Clear. It's nice to be out on the bike. If you're thinking about doing the same, I mean, there's nobody ever said, or at least in this stage here in Portugal, there's nothing in the law that says, you cannot ride the bikes. if you do it because you need it or as an option, just like I'm doing at the moment, you should be very, very careful. And why is that? Why should be careful now more than in a normal situation or occasion? It's because that's what is happening in most of the countries, is the hospitals are overwhelmed with this COVID-19 thing. So not only you will risk not having the adequate care, but you're also taking health care from people that are now in this situation and are needing treatment for the COVID-19. So if you ride a bike, be extremely careful not to get yourself in trouble or an accident, because it's not the best time for that. There's no good time to do it, but especially now it's not great. So the more you travel, the more you realize that, you know, actually your own country is nice. And so you start appreciating more and more. And that is actually what I want to share with you. You know, maybe in the future you will consider travel to Portugal and come and see the country. And hopefully, if I can contribute for that, I would be very happy. So I can see very narrow roads, perfect for this bike, because they're all made of irregular cobblestones. I think you cannot realize in the camera, but they are. If you come here with a road bike, you would feel it in your bum. That's why I prefer this type of horses. Okay, so there's a nice church over here. It is open. Yeah, I didn't know, but I think maybe not for people. As far as I know, people are not allowed to congregate in the interior for praying and so on. Not only for the Christian religion, but all beliefs. It's the same, exactly the same measure for everybody. I would expect otherwise. Okay. So this is the ideal road for this type of bike. Okay, just another turn over here. Let's go this way. Just show you another viewpoint here. Oh, there we go. So there's not a beach over here. So here is where the fishermen keep their boats. I think they get it in the water from here, which I've never seen. Every time I come here there's no one coming, but you see this is the traditional fishing boat from this area. Oh, dogs don't like motorcycles. Okay, if I hit him with a wheel, he's gone. Go. Okay, he's gone. I love dogs. I have dogs myself, but not getting any close to my motorcycle. Okay, so I think for now I showed you some of the streets of this place. I recommend you visiting because it's a nice place to come. If you ever come to Portugal and near to Lisbon, it's a nice place to spend maybe one day or two. So it's very, very nice, the environment here. What I also recommend is that you consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be doing some rides like today. If you don't find the videos boring or you think I can bring anything to your life by sharing some of my experiences, please hit the subscribe button and like and share with your friends and so on. So here is Ribeira de Ilhas. We passed in the beginning of the video. So here is where they normally do the surfing championships. And there's a small little beach over there. A few people in there. But the landscapes are great. Some surfers as well. Here is the surfing champion. Don't know how the statue is called, but this is the surfer, the silver surfer. Okay, so from Ericeira, I think that's pretty much it. I will now ride back home. So enjoy a few minutes of the road, and hope to see you soon. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, follow. I'll be more than happy. See you soon. Bye bye. Oh, the horse. You see what I'm talking about?